That would be me.
Look who we're hanging with.
Ryan O'Halloran.
Jason David Frank.
Humberto Ramos.
Please do not change channel.
Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thank you so much for logging on and tuning in. We hope you'll hit subscribe, come back over and over again, see some fantastic. We have authors, artists, filmmakers, musicians, creators of all kinds. We are at iHeartBooks in Jacksonville, Florida, sponsored by the Florida Writers Association, and we are here right now hanging with author Dr. Carmen McGuinness.
Yeah.
Carmen, thanks for hanging with us.
Thank you.
Carmen is the author of Retrograde and Unintended Consequences.
Unintended Consequences is the first
book. Okay.
And this is the winner of the Independent Press Award.
Congratulations.
And this is the sequel.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's start at the beginning.
Sure.
Unintended Consequences. Tell us a little bit about the book.
Okay, well, the full title is Unintended Consequences, a Psychological Romance. So,
it's all in your head.
Exactly.
See what I did
A lot
there?
of this love affair was in the protagonist's head. It was in her mind. And I'm a psychologist.
That happens to me all the time. Just saying.
I'm sure she loves me. I'm sure she does. I'm a psychologist, so
I spend a lot of time on camera, so I delude myself daily.
Exactly.
It's like I need that dose of delusion.
And saying, what did I say?
Exactly.
Did I say that?
Yeah, I say that, yeah.
When it's in print, you can say, what did I write? No. Backspace, backspace. No.
Okay, so tell us about your protagonist here.
Well, she is a psychologist. I wrote about a psychologist. You know, authors do that. We write about ourselves a little bit.
We're in every book somewhere.
We are. We absolutely are.
You know, when you hear an author say that they put their blood, sweat, and tears in it, they're not lying. Check the pages. It's there.
Well, if you were to ask me how much of me is in my protagonist, I would have to say it depends on the day. And a big part of London's...
That's a psychologist's answer.
A big part of London's challenge is that she may or may not have multiple personalities.
May or may not.
May or may not. And I'm not sure that that's fully resolved in the book. I mean, that's kind of a reader interpretation thing.
Okay.
But we get a second chance with her in the second book. And the reviewers have said that she's a more stable person in the second book.
Okay, so, wow, your protagonist has got her stuff going on.
Quite a lot of stuff.
And you're messing with the readers.
All of these people are kind of in her mind. Yeah, they're sort of her fanciful friends.
Okay, she's got a great question up there. She goes to the internet to find out what people want to know, right?
Okay.
So
that's cheating.
She said her multiple personalities are not necessarily. We haven't really determined if she is or isn't.
Well, so this character is called Mother.
That's
Mother.
The mother exists in. Okay.
Mother talks to her and tries to redirect her, like, don't be dating married men. Type of comment.
As mothers would do.
Yes,
mothers
very,
would tend
very
to
maternal.
do that. Yes.
And this one here, she calls the teacher. The teacher is sort of the higher, better choices person that resides within her.
So mom tells you what not to do. Teacher tells you what maybe is a better idea.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And this is Cruise Girl, and Cruise Girl really is. Cruise Girl just wants to party. She wants to have fun, and she is head over heels in love with this bad boy back here.
You took all of your studies and poured it into every character.
I did. And this is her little imaginary friend, Tig, who may or may not be herself as a child.
Okay.
So there's some mommy-daughter issues involved in this book, and some growing up, coming of age stuff.
Where did this story come from for you?
Well, I think we all have, and maybe I'm a romantic, but I think we all have a love story inside of us. And this one was definitely just busting to get out of me.
It's true. I think everybody, writing is about telling a human truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most fundamental of human truths is that we want to be loved, and we want to give love on some level.
That's right.
And when a writer is able to do that in an entertaining way, it speaks to readers. What are readers saying so far?
Well, I mean, the reviews are very good with the book.
Obviously, the first book is an award-winning book.
Yes, it is.
Somebody liked
Yeah.
it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Why a love story? You have a background in every one of these characters. You know what makes them tick.
I wrote academic books.
Exactly.
That's what I did until this.
Why a love story?
Well,
what spoke to you about telling a love
when
story?
you say that we all want to love somebody and we all want to be loved, I think you started with we all want to be loved. The first love that we experience when we come onto the planet is maternal love. That's the first love. And what I know as a psychologist, and I treat attachment disorders, is that if we don't have that good attachment with our parent, we recreate that drama in our lives over and over. We're always looking for that love. We're always looking for that figure, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. We recreate that in our choices, in our romances. And to some extent, that's what this book is about. And that is sort of resolved in the second book. I mean, there is a resolution in this book also. It doesn't leave the reader hanging.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, inside scoop, when I finished this book, I thought the story was over.
That is the story of every author. We finish our first book, and when I wrote my first book, I finished. I was done. I was done with those people. They were out of my life forever.
Thank goodness, I can walk away.
I can walk away now. The voices will stop, right? And then readers started saying, when are we going to get the next book? Right? And then, so now you're like, okay, now I have to revisit those people, and I didn't like them when they were at the house the first time.
Yes.
So now I'm going to invite them over again.
And they come to coffee with me, and they go to bed with me, and they're everywhere. I can't get rid of them.
You know, it's nice because as a psychologist yourself, you have the benefit of knowing exactly what you needed to do so that the voices in your head didn't put you in another room, right? So she prescribed writing to herself.
I did, journaling.
And so do you have another story in your head? Are they coming back for tea?
Well, when I started this one, I thought it was another story. She has a different name. She's reinvented herself. But it ended up being the resolution, the bigger resolution. So yes, I've started writing a third book. That book is called The Girl Who Stole My Life.
The Girl Who Stole My Life. Because this character is okay.
Well, that is not a sequel.
No.
That is a very dangerous woman.
There's nothing I can say. Did you see what she did? There's nothing, as a man, there's nothing I can say right now that I get out of trouble for. It doesn't happen. Every woman is a very dangerous woman.
Oh, I see.
Just saying.
Well, this bad girl takes something from every narcissistic male that she becomes involved with. She takes something that he values. So she's got a very nice car. She's got a beautiful beach home in Sarasota. She's got a beautiful boat. She has a restaurant. She has an art collection. She destroys narcissistic lovers. She allows herself to actually fall in love with them. And she knows what she's doing, so that she has the impetus to then destroy them. She's dangerous.
Very, and
she would never hang around with this girl.
Yeah, well, the thing that you said that strikes me immediately as very dangerous is you said she lets herself fall in love with them, which makes everything she says and every move she makes genuine.
Yep.
And because it's genuine, it's impossible to tell.
Are you a psychologist too?
No, I'm a writer. Writers play with our minds a lot.
We do.
And so we get to play with psychology, and a good writer, I think, is an observer.
Yes.
You have to watch human behavior.
Absolutely.
You have to watch what people do and how they act.
Listen to every word, too.
And because if you don't, you can't write a good human being.
That's right.
And so when we're sitting down to write a character, I think you have to build a person. And in I think excellent writing, and I don't even come close to calling my own writing excellent writing, in excellent writing, you build a complete person, a person that
not just a facade.
Is broken in some ways, the same ways we all are, and can rise above those breaks to become a better person, and that's the transformative journey.
Yep.
But
one of the challenges with that third book is making her likable. Because this lady's very likable. The reader wants to help her. Because
the third book, her journey, I mean, she starts out as a person that is archetypally disliked. Yeah. So to make her likable and to see her transformation, I just heard about this book. I'm waiting for it now because I think that's going to be amazing. You have art at the table over there.
We do. My cover artist is there. Would you like me to send her over?
Oh, that would be wonderful. We would love. We would love that. We're going to let her sign stuff first, though. She's over there working really hard.
Miss Marla, we want you over here.
Yes, yes. Yep. You can. We're going to adjust the shot here a little bit. Okay, so that we've got her. And
cover artist.
Miss Marla, is that right? Hi, I'm Garrett.
Hi, Garrett. Nice
How
to
are
meet
you? And you are the cover designer for these books.
I did. I designed I drew the.
You did the art here.
The art. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do the Vanna White thing.
Okay,
yep. She's got the covers are up here. We're going to spin those up if we can find room on the screen. And so tell us, when you got the information on the books, and you're sitting down to create these covers. What inspired you as you were writing these?
Well,
what spoke to you and you wanted to put on the page?
Carmen spoke to me.
Carmen spoke to you.
And she said, can you do all the characters? And she kind of told me how she wanted them to look. So I basically interpreted her vision.
That's fantastic.
With the art.
That is fantastic. This is wonderful cover art, and we want to make sure we get links from not only the books, but also your links and things so we can put it in the description down below.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for coming over, Carmen. We appreciate it. We really do. So you guys have all kinds of stuff on the table over there.
We do. We have chocolate kisses.
I'm going to sign off. There's chocolate kisses over there. Look, if you can't find love, find chocolate kisses.
We're going to raffle off some prezzies, too.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. That's my shut up card. I don't know why she does that over and over again. No matter how many times I tell her not to, she does it anyway. Before we go, we want to say thank you to our partners and friends at Asylum Convention Entertainment Services, Space Coast Comics, Krypton Radio, Off the Chain Radio with author Yvonne Mason, Famous Faces and Funnies, one of our very first and one of our biggest partners, and Something Unique Magazine, our very first partner, who's been with us for 3 years now.
Wonderful.
And they share these videos all over the World Wide Web and help us to share your work.
Yay,
so we're glad that they do that. Thank you guys so much for that. Remember, everybody on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the World Wide Web, anywhere, remember, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.